Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, the 8th Secretary General of the United Nations, is now entering the hall. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Thank you once again for gracing us with your presence, Mr. Ban. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 6th OECD World Forum is coming to an end. Mr. Ban will be delivering his concluding address under the title, Paving the Path to Well-Being in the Future. Please greet him with a big round of applause.
Honorable Commissioner Kang Shin-wook of Statistics of Korea, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to deliver these closing remarks at the 6th OECD World Forum on Statistics, Knowledge, and Policy. Under the theme of paving the path to well-being in the future, this forum brought together a wide range of stakeholders, including policymakers, academics, statisticians, and civil society representatives to seek ways to measure and contribute to improving the quality of life across the world. The global blueprint for the humanity's well-being into the future is presented in the form of Sustainable Development Goals. It is one of the United Nations' most significant achievements and one of my proudest achievements, personally and officially as UN Secretary General. Adopted by 193 member states in New York in 2015, the SDGs offers us a way forward to confront the most critical issues of our time. These include poverty, education, inequality, climate change, public health, and gender equality. Production of better, stronger statistics and the use of statistics in policymaking and monitoring are central to the Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable development demands a data revolution to improve the availability, quality, timelines, and disaggregation of statistics to support the implementation of the new development agenda at all levels. I'm delighted to hear that much discussion has taken place with focus on SDGs and sustainability. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, standing here before you, this august body, as a former Secretary General of the United Nations, it reminds me of my days working with many delegations, member states, in addressing and formulating sustainable development goals. I have met many economists, scholars, scientists, and statisticians because we really wanted to make sure that whatever the agreements on sustainable development goals or be made, these development goals should be implemented in a structured way, a sure way, so that statistically and scientifically these will be measured against indices, against the targets. We have 17 goals, 169 targets, and 230 indices. These were made and agreed upon by all the member states. I think your role will be extremely important as world's statisticians, and I really highly commend. And even though we have spent 3 years since 2015, we have to make sure that these sustainable development goals, including climate change agreement in Paris, should be implemented without fail, and I really count on your role. Now, personally speaking, I have been engaging in diplomatic service during the last 47 years, including now 49 years, including my 2 years retirement, but I have been doing almost similar things as a Secretary General. But as a former Secretary General, the first ever international conference I was instructed to attend was Asia Statistics Conference in New Delhi in 1972. Some of you might be there. I didn't know anything about statistics, but I was appointed as an advisor. After almost half a century later, I'm now standing before you. But I'm just a layman as far as statistics concerned, but I know how much important, how much valuable that the role of statistics will play in everything we do, particularly in addressing sustainable development goals. Ladies and gentlemen, the SDGs' most important aspiration and vision for our shared future is to ensure that no one is left behind. In order to meet this aspiration, cooperation, innovation, and engagement are absolutely essential. This transformative vision calls on all countries to be able to identify the vulnerable, to help them, and to review progress. We all understand that people can never be reduced to just mere numbers. At the same time, statistics are essential for tracking progress. When people are not counted, they are excluded. To live up to the commitment, to leave no one behind, we have to make sure everyone is counted. I often told the organization to measure what we treasure. That is why I welcome your focus on measuring the quality of life improvements and the balance between work and life. In this regard, let me congratulate you, your efforts in adopting the Incheon Declaration for improving the quality of life. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, 3 years since their adoption, the SDGs have made tangible progress on bettering maternal mortality rates, ending poverty and hunger, and improving the quality of water and sanitation. But progress is uneven on others, and we need to move forward with a renewed sense of urgency with only 12 years left to go until 2030. By 2030, we have to make sure that not only these 17 goals are implemented, that we must make sure that nobody is left behind. That is our goal. Robust and accessible statistics can provide a host of benefits. Statistics and quality data are essential to track our progress and fulfill the transnational ambitions of the SDGs. This can help citizens monitor how their governments are performing and hold decision makers to account. It can enhance public trust, quality well-being, and create new opportunities. We need statistics that are not only accurate, but also are representative and inclusive to gain a true understanding of the challenges we face and the necessary sustainable solutions to them. As such, the success of SDGs will in many ways rely on the expertise of those of you here today to operationalize the opportunities in front of us, construct robust systems for delivering outcomes, and report on the progress made in pursuit of achieving the SDGs. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I believe that we can create the future we want, one that is anchored in well-being and sustainability for all people and our planet. When we were working to draft Sustainable Development Goals, and before beginning, the United Nations reached out at least 9 million people around the world, all throughout all the classes, all the sections of the people. What kind of world do you want? This was our question. OECD played a very important role in formulating these Sustainable Development Goals, as they did at the time of Millennium Development Goals. In fact, OECD DAC played a very important role in 2000 when we were celebrating the arrival of new millennium. We didn't plan, but we had to work to present some vision to our people on the occasion of new millennium. That's what OECD and United Nations worked very, very closely. But this time, of course, OECD played an important role. But we really wanted to have an inclusiveness, so that all the people's aspirations and dreams could be reflected. Their answers were piling up, at least 6,000 pages, when we were trying to get all the data. We really worked very hard to categorize all, but mostly their dreams and aspirations were almost the same. So we agreed on 17 goals. Then now it is in your hands, not only in your hands, in the hands of political leaders, business leaders, civil society leaders, and scientists, and everybody should work together. I know that we can achieve this if we work together. We are all in this together. Not a single goal of SDG can or is operated in separation from another. They are all interconnected. That is why your role as statisticians, to make sure that all interconnectivity among 17 goals should well be measured and calculated and presented as credible scientific data. With your sustained efforts, we can ensure that everyone, everywhere, truly participates and benefits from the promise of the 2030 Agenda and Sustainable Development Goals. Ladies and gentlemen, let us work together to make this world better for all the people around the world, so that our succeeding generations can live in peace, harmony, and prosperity. That's our moral and your moral and political will. As a former Secretary General, I will continue to work with you, and I wish you all the best, and I count on your continuing leadership. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pan Gi-moon, for your insight as well as your thoughtful words. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have prepared a brief video that brings together some of the key elements and moments of the past 3 days. Ladies and gentlemen, please look back at these unforgettable moments and enjoy the video. What a great way to look back at these unforgettable 3 days. Ladies and gentlemen, let us express our deepest gratitude once again to you all for honoring the 6th OECD World Forum with your presence. And it was personally an honor to greet you all during the 3 days. And although it was short, I hope that Korea has left an indelible mark in your memories. So until we meet again, goodbye and have a safe journey home. This concludes the 6th OECD World Forum. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.